Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk this morning. We've got lots going on weather-wise in that department today. We've got 4 first alert weather days coming our way, 2 wintry systems triggering those. Again, that starts today. One more time, thank you so much for joining us here on Valley News Now. My name is Alex Larson. So we're going to kick things off talking about just that, what is happening outside, what we can expect for these first alert weather days. I know we have a lot going on, even just in the Fargo Moorhead area this weekend. We've got the St. Patrick's Day Parade. There's a 5K, 10K before that. And then we've also got the Fargo Theater that they've got their centennial celebration as well. So that's just to name a couple of them. Lots going on, so let's get you out the door and tell you what you can expect. So right now, cloudy, windy, few snow showers and winds starting up around noon. Right now we're sitting at 25 degrees here in Fargo Moorhead. We're gonna hit all the way up to 41 with some snow and wind, and check that out. By the time we get into that 5 o'clock hour, that's gonna change to rain and snow showers. So, excuse me. Lots to be prepared for. Tomorrow morning, we're looking at strong north winds, slick roads, travel impacts, and cold temperatures. So even though it's looking, like I want to show you the roads here, it's looking pretty okay right now, but especially here. So you see green roads here, but check this out. It's just starting over here, over in the Williston Minot area, and that's going to be at our front doors sooner than we probably would like. First alert weather days for Saturday and Sunday. That's going to bring more snow and winds. Snow south Saturday night into Sunday morning. Strong winds possible in the south. Travel impacts are pretty likely here. And like I was saying, the 4 first alert weather days, you can see it right there. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, string of them. Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day, but we know that Saturday is the St. Patrick's Day Parade here in town. But Tuesday being St. Patrick's Day, it's going to be breezy, 28. Wednesday, 37, low of 20. Thursday, we're going to hop all the way up to 49, low of 30. Friday, high of 52. Saturday, high of 49. Sunday, high of 45. So, I mean, it gets better. We just got to get through these 4 days. Luckily, there's some things that keep us busy in the meantime. Moving on here, I want to head on over to our news segment. We're going to start that.
You know, I'm telling our staff all day how gratifying it is to watch many of them progress in their career and continue to do outstanding work.
So that pride in his department is one reason Fargo Police Chief Dave Zabulski says he's leaving on his own terms, announcing his retirement yesterday after more than 5 years on the job. Chief Zabulski says the decision was primarily motivated by family. So he also says while he promised Mayor Tim Mahoney he'd stay through the end of his term, Zabulski says his moment is now. As for what's next, the city says it's not going to rush the search for a permanent replacement.
Typically in transition, we might do an interim chief for a while and then let that sort out. But agreeing with Michael, we want to wait till after the election. We'll have 2 new commissioners, we'll have a new mayor, and to allow those people to make those decisions.
The city says a full search timeline will be announced following the naming of an interim chief. That's going to happen on Monday, March 30th. And as I just told you here, we reported this a couple days ago that Fargo's police chief was retiring. But it's how city commissioners found out that's kind of raising questions about transparency over at City Hall. Valley News Team's Ethan Kramer has our story.
Our team all the way down is just outstanding.
Fargo's top cop is hanging up his badge, and the way commissioners found out has some of them calling out city administration.
There was some confusion yesterday. My understanding, and I still haven't seen the retirement letter itself, was that administration and the mayor knew at 4 o'clock. We weren't told until 10 o'clock last night, and in that time, some of the information did get out publicly, and we should have been informed so that none of us were surprised.
Commissioner Michelle Turnberg says she didn't hear it from city administration first. She heard it from a resident in another city.
I was notified by a resident of another city at about 7 o'clock last night. And when I did reach out, I reached out immediately to the city administrator. A bit later, the mayor emailed me and said he had found out 5 hours earlier. Well, I should have known 4 hours and 55 minutes ago.
Kolpak had actually signaled her frustration before the press conference even started, releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "Transparency matters. When communication breaks down at City Hall, it creates uncertainty for our officers, for city employees, and for the community we serve." Despite the frustration over how the news broke, Kolpak says Zabolski leaves behind a strong foundation.
He's created an incredible leadership team that is ready to take over. I know that the wellness program was very important to him. Community engagement has been strong, and I wish him all the best in his retirement.
As for what comes next, the city says an interim police chief will be named on March 30th. In Fargo, Ethan Kramer, Valley News Live.
Chief Zabolski's last day on the job is going to be March 27th. Moving on here to a story that we've been following pretty extensively for you here. Another search is planned in Battle Lake to help find the remains of 25-year-old Isadora Wengel. This is going to take place on Saturday, March 21st, starting up at 10 a.m. Officials from Fargo to Ottertail are still asking for help finding this 27-gallon storage tote with a red lid. Police say the tote contains critical evidence in Wengel's death. Meanwhile, 21-year-old Joshua Haidt was arrested on February 10th after extensive forensic evidence linked him to Wengel's death. That includes DNA matching on multiple items during the investigation. He's charged with murder, tampering with evidence, and providing false information to law enforcement. Meanwhile, though, we do want to remind you a celebration of life for Wengel is set for the Avalon Event Center. That's going to happen this Saturday, March 14th at 7 p.m. Now, that's about all I got for you here on this Thursday morning. Remember, we got a lot going on this weekend aside from our first alert weather days. St. Patrick's Day Parade, that's going to start up at 11 a.m. on Saturday. They're going to have the 5K and the 10K. Before that, we got those details for you if you want to participate in that. That's over on our website, valleynewslive.com. We can direct you to those resources there to get you involved. But other than that, I am going to sign off. I will